Well, hello. I'm going to give a couple minutes here so some folks can join me. If you hear a little noise here, I'm peeling the wrapper off of my ice cream. It's hot out today. It's a good day for some ice cream. These are, if you want to have a little ice cream treat without having too many calories, here's a pro tip. Lil drums. Lil drums. Now, I'll warn you, the first time you have a Lil drum, you're going to want to have two more because it's not that big, right? Little ice cream. But they're good. So, hi, Maxine. Maxine, how are you connected in here? I don't know that I know you in person, but I'm glad that you're with us. So thank you for joining us. Hey, Jem. Who all is going to have ice cream tonight? Alan and Shelley. Hello. I'd imagine you two aren't as hot with having a pool around and a good air conditioner. So, hi, Vicky and Charlie and Brian and Pat and Mom. Eating my ice cream here. Hey, Linda, how is that keto ice cream? Do you have any yet? Okay. Okay, Maxine, that's cool. Are you in the area or further away? Yeah, Mom, I know you're not having ice cream. Mom doesn't do ice cream. Hey, I want to share a little bit tonight. Hey, Jay. Some drumsticks in the freezer. That's good. Okay, cool. Interesting. Yeah, it's a good day for ice cream. Unless if you're a non-dairy eater or a non-sugar eater, it's probably not as good of a day for you. But for the rest of us, it's warm out. So, hey, let's. I want to read a probably well known to you scripture from Luke chapter 6. What I'm thinking about is having empathy for people who do some crazy stuff or some bad stuff or some evil stuff. You know, I mean, it's really important that we're able to identify and call out things that are really destructive in people's lives. But I think at the same time, if we're not careful, we can become hardened towards people and simply kind of more have the attitude that we just want bad people to go away. And I think Jesus in the scripture would invite us into something a little bit deeper than that. So let me read this, and again, it'll probably be familiar to a lot of us here. This is, of course, the words of Jesus, Luke 6:43. He says, "No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit." Right? So the fruit that our lives produce, the actions, and as well the words, as you'll say here, are indicative of the kind of person that we are. The kind of person that we are, inside in our heart and our mind and our core flows out into the way that we live, into the actions, the way we treat people, the words that we say. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart. And an evil man or an evil person brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Right? So what we do, I need another bite here. This is going to melt on me. what we do, how we treat people physically, what we say, our actions and our words, again, betray what's inside of our hearts. But here's the thing. And this, I think, relates really well to what Jesus says about the speck and the plank in your own eye, right? Again, we have for ourselves kind of a heart check or a gut check, because when we look at other people and we see actions and words that are problematic in very many ways, we say, oh, Jesus teaches us that comes out of your heart. So what we can almost do, I think we should avoid, is using that in judgment. So what we say is, because our words and our actions tie back into our hearts and the kind of people that we are, when we observe somebody doing evil, violence, saying things that are destructive and tearing people down, what we tend to think is, oh, well, because Jesus connects that, we know that these bad things are coming out of something bad inside of you, right? That's a reasonable connection. But what we do in that is instead of we use that as an opportunity sometimes to just label and judge a person or people. This is a bad person. But here's the question. Here's what I'm thinking, and here's the challenge. How difficult must the lives of people like that be, to have that lack of love at the core of them, to have that lack of peace at the core of them, to maybe have hatred and jealousy and things towards other people at the core of them? That is not a person that I envy. And I think when we take the time to dig in a little bit deeper and to think about how miserable, in a sense, that must be for that person, I think that's part of the motivation for us. No, not to excuse anything that they say and that they do, not at all, but to have the sympathy and the desire, as I believe is God's heart, not for bad people just to go away, but for bad people to encounter the goodness of Jesus sometimes through us. And a lot of times maybe it takes people, hopefully like us, who are so grounded in the truth and the goodness of God that we're not quick to be offended. We're not quick to become angry. We're not quick to be insulted even by people as these things sometimes come out of them, that we have the opportunity to stand on this rock that is Jesus, right? That is the truth and the foundation that we stand on, that we have the opportunity to kind of weather some of that crap. And really, it's only on that foundation that we're able to, as Jesus says, and Paul and others, to respond to cursing with blessing, to respond to hatred with love. We have that opportunity. And will that change the person? Maybe not. But maybe it'll be a seed. It'll be something. It'll help them to see that the whole world is not like that. It's not like them. That there is a peace and there is a love that's available for the worst of us. This is some of the good news. It's good news. This is why Jesus is good news. He's not rounding up good people. Remember, Jesus says, I've not come for the healthy. I've come for the sick, the ones that need a doctor. And so I just, for me anyway, the more that I get to know Jesus over time, the more that I find that I'm able to have, not perfectly by any means, but a level of sympathy in compassion for people who have a whole lot of yuck going on in their lives, and in their hearts. So maybe that'll challenge you a little bit today to think about that. So it's good to see you all gather here this evening. And we will see you again tomorrow. Grab an ice cream if appropriate. Stay cool. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.